experience the depth of life, one really does need to stop having a hit and run relationship with it, which means every area of life, every idea, concept that we have settled with needs to be questioned. Start with a Sadguru Vandanam. Nityanandam Paramasugadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachanam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Triguna Rahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nityanandam, I'm back with the Samipya Mukti project and the Jeevan Mukti Grantha project. So Samipya Mukti is what I'm going to start with, and I was contemplating, internalizing what does it mean to have Samipya Mukti experience. And what Swamiji had, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Sri Nityananda Paramashivaham, has explained that Samipya Mukti is experiencing the nearness of himself. So the way I have experienced Swamiji's nearness is that in his physical presence, I've always had a lot of, a lot of my inner, I would say, toxins come up, like a, just like a purging of toxins. So there's a huge wave of things that would start shifting in me in his physical presence. So usually that's how any program that I've attended in Swamiji's physical presence, a lot of stuff has come up. And I feel since I've started the Samipya Mukti project, that's exactly what has been happening. A lot of clarity has started happening, and a lot of stuff that was like toxic stuff that was there before has come up. It's come up for me to have a look at, like self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, for me to be able to even see it clearly. This is what I've struggled with. So the Samipya Mukti project, the SAKSHI PRAMANA for me is how I have experienced Swamiji's physical presence. What has happened for me, how do I know I'm in his physical presence, is that usually for me, a lot of what I call churning happens inside. It's like a lot of movement, when you have water that's settled, like you see, I guess, in a river or even in a stream, when you put your foot in it, then everything comes up. It's a bit like that. So it looks fine on the surface, but only when things are moved underneath, when there's a disturbance, that things come up. And that is what has happened for me in the past few days since I've started the Samipya Mukti project. And now for the Jeevan Mukti Grantha project, I am going to chant the Mahavakya 3 times and then see what numbers come up and read the excerpts and see how that is something for me to look into, to bring myself even more clarity and even more powerfulness. So let's start. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 238. 313. 238 and 313. Okay, so I'm just gonna make a quick note of that, because sometimes when I get really into reading, then I forget what the other number is. Okay, so 238. 238. What is 238 today? Okay, let's see. 238. So even if you feel it is a lack of responsibility or defeatist behavior, be unclutched for a few days. You will then understand and experience that when you are unclutched, you will not have a lazy or passive attitude. Mentally, you will be silent, but physically, you will be active and alive. Okay, this is very good for me because I mentioned in my previous videos that Devi Parashakti had mentioned to me that there is a laziness pattern in me. The word laziness has come out a few times. I've had a lot of clicks with laziness, so it's related very much to me. If you were to go and watch all my past videos, you'll see this term has come up and this pattern has come up for me. So this morning I was thinking about it. Actually, my parents have a little altar, for the deities. And I was like, oh, it's too much work for me to clean up and then offer flowers, etc., because I'm already going to be offering puja. So I was hesitating to do it. And then I caught myself and I said, stop being lazy and do it. And I made myself do it. You see, so even if you feel it is a lack of responsibility or defeatist behavior, be unclutched for a few days. You will then understand and experience that when you're unclutched, you will not have a lazy or passive attitude. So I'm actually going to apply this to myself. So this is one part. And what is 313? 313. This is so much fun. I'm getting so much happen for me. 313. What is 313? So death happens every day. In the 7 bodies, the first 4 bodies, physical, pranic, mental, and etheric, collapse into the causal body every time you go to sleep. The darkness of the causal body is associated with a deep sleep state, which is what rejuvenates you every day. So, till you cross the 5th body, this death happens every day. This is what happens when you fall into your daily sleep. When the departing spirit moves beyond the 5th layer of causal body into the 6th layer, which is the cosmic body, the process of death is complete. If the life force does not have to take another body to fulfill its remaining desires, it then enters the 7th layer of nirvanic body, which is enlightenment. If the life force has to come back, assuming another body to fulfill its desires, it is death. So, okay, this is a little deeper, a lot more deeper. And the nirvanic body, actually, the nirvanic space is experienced when we are unclutched. So even in the waking state, when we are unclutched, the nirvikalpa samadhi can be experienced. So the state of nirvana can be experienced with unclutching. So the first part, which is 358, which came up for me to handle my laziness pattern, has also brought me a much more deeper experience. And I started the video spontaneously. I'm actually doing this whole recording in one go. And I started with saying that it's the depth that we need to get to and stop having a hit and run relationship. So I'm happy that the topic of death has come up. And this is the one thing that most of us avoid knowing more about. And the Jeevan Mukti Grantha has all of the truths about death, and it does not leave one feeling powerless. It actually leaves one feeling powerful. So I'm going to continue my journey, getting myself all the pieces of the jigsaw. Thank you so much for taking the time, for listening to me, for really viewing the videos, for giving so much support. Every view, it doesn't matter, even if it's a few number of views, it matters to me. It makes a difference to me. Thank you so much for watching. See you all again tomorrow. Let's end with a Purna mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Padukar Pranamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you.